know, it's really funny how somebody who didn't pay attention to church can find so much that he can identify with the story of the Bible. You know, the 15th chapter, and that would be verse 25 that I, you know, stood out to me. It says, so it returns and finds, oh, pardon me. That would be verse 24. When an evil spirit leaves a person, it goes into the desert, it searches for rest. When it finds none, it says, I will return to the person I came from. So it returns and finds the former home is all swept and in order. The reason why that stood out to me is because as I was reading the story of the prodigal son, you know, and reading it and not just reading it with a minimal concern, reading it for some understanding, and some, I didn't get understanding, I got identification. You know, I too, you know, felt like the prodigal son, because, you know, here it is, the story goes on about how the son felt at home, how he felt away from home, and how he felt when he came back home. You know, and I identified with that, being sick of home, sick of hearing, if you can't follow my rules, you can't stay under my roof. You know, having to battle with my siblings for food, for favor, for bread on my back. You know, I can remember going to school and having holes in my sneakers and cardboard in the sole of my sneakers, and asking my grandfather, you know, to get me another pair of sneakers, and him telling me that I had to wait until next month because he just took my sister's shot. You know, and you know, so the sickness of being at home was really gut-wrenching to me. You know, and I saw it, what I thought was the best thing for me, which was the street. You know, I started chasing so many different things in the street. You know, I started paying more attention to the guy on the corner with the flashing clothes and the cars, and, you know, pretty ladies around there, and, you know, everybody's walking up to him, and, you know, they're always passing him something, but they're never taking nothing from him. You know, and I wanted to be him. I wanted to live like him. You know, and you know, I gotta go to Ephesians 4:18 behind that one. You know, okay. Pardon me. Next page. 4:18. It says, their minds are full of darkness, they wander far from life God gives because they have closed their minds and hardened their hearts against Him. You know, reason why that stood out was because that's exactly what happened as soon as I hit the streets. Everything, you know, I gotta attribute my grandfather as the father in the story of the prodigal son. He's the one who did everything that he could to teach me morals and values. He tried to make sure that I did what I was supposed to do. He tried to do everything that he could to make sure that I would be raised as an upstanding person. And all I did was rebel. You know, I asked for my inheritance early by saying, you know what, you're right, I don't have to live under your rules or your roof anymore. I'm going to go get my own. The worst thing that did for me was it spun me into a world where I tried to do everything I could to take from others until there was nothing left for people to take from me. You know, it sent me into a famine. It sent me into homelessness. It sent me into a world that, let's just put it this way, the most vile vermin shouldn't have to live. You know, you know, Satan started telling me all of these lies about God's word being boring. It's not for me. And as I got older, God's word started making a whole lot more sense. You know, people coming to me and just saying things to me that just, you know, like, started really, really just like making so much sense that I had to pay attention to it, to the point where, you know, I started my journey home. Because, you know, one of the Bible verses that I never memorized but I always loved was Luke 9:58. It says, Jesus said unto him, foxes have holes and birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man have nowhere to lay his head. When I found myself riding back and forth on the New York City subway, all because it was a warm place for me to try to sleep, this really started to make some sense. And, you know, I am so sorry that I don't have more time, but here's the thing, that I'm going to wrap it up with saying this. I found myself doing work that I thought was beneath me that I found gratitude in. My intention